Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic, Doom, the Dark Ages. We got any fans of Doom in the house today?
I am. I do
okay.
like Doom.
And when did you get into Doom? Was it Doom
The
2016?
originals.
Oh, okay.
Nah, the
very
original
old, I
Dooms
guess.
back in the day. Yeah,
keep forgetting your
the
age.
originals. Wow. Don't worry, buddy. Your knees are going to start going out on YouTube, brother. Don't worry about it. You let me know the first time you sneeze and crack your back, because I got an AARP card for you.
But anyway, so you're a big fan of Doom. I don't know, have you played the recent ones, Doom Eternal, being the latest one before this one came out?
No, I didn't play Doom Eternal, and here's the bad thing. I never played it before I get in here and get flamed, but I've watched enough of it on YouTube to kind of know what the hell's going on, and I really do like the lore behind Eternals in the new game as well.
Right. So, obviously I got into Doom pretty late. Doom Eternal was the first one that I picked up. Absolutely loved it. I like the simplicity of the game. Doom is, in my head, similar to like Mario Kart. You kind of know what you're getting when you buy. It's very simple. You're here to just kill demons and slaughter them, and you're meant to feel like a force of nature. So
yes.
Eternals focused more on being able to use everything in your arsenal. The game pretty much forced you to use everything in your arsenal. And it was about, getting into a rhythm and clearing out these spaces. And with each increase in level, they introduced a new enemy that had to be taken out with a new weapon. Like using the weapons as puzzles, and I like that. Now,
the thing that Doom is so maybe underrated for nowadays, right? Because you look at, like, we'll just use Call of Duty for like Omni-Motion or whatever it is, or you look at like whatever instant transmission, Goku, whatever. Point is that we're so keen on it having to feel some type of like realistic, right? Where it's like, oh cool, you can lean around a corner. Doom is not like that. It is arcadey, and it's like you're sliding around like Frozone. Just smacking things.
Right, and I love that. It's something you just put the headset on, here's some hard-hitting music, and then you're just in here to slaughter, and that's it. And honestly, that's all we need from Doom. That's all you would ever need. But shifting away from Eternals, because that game made you feel larger than life, you can actually feel the fear of the demons when they know you're coming. This one, I feel they obviously, this is a prequel to Eternals and Doom 2016, so this is focusing more on the origins of the Slayer. I do feel like, as far as regarding story, to be honest, I'm not here for the story. I'm here to kill. But anyway,
I want you to remember that. Okay.
But I am interested. I am paying attention, but I do not feel like the story is. It's just Doom. It's the Slayer's walking around killing demons, and he's trying to prevent a demon from hell from getting this artifact. You don't want the demon getting this artifact because all hell will let loose, no pun intended. So that's the gist of it. Only people that are like really infatuated with the lore, I guess, would be interested in it, but that's honestly not what I'm here for. So a lot of people, when they were introducing this game, they said that Eternals, you were going to feel like a fighter jet, but here you're going to feel, I don't know, like a tank almost. That is the only word I can describe for how you feel in this game. You're still skating. Like, it's still, when you hit the sprint button, it still feels like you're flowing over the map. Your movement is really smooth, responsive, but you really feel like just a really hard hitting machine. And they have really, Eternals focus more on using your weapons, getting distance, having weapons that you can use that can get you out of a tough spot. Say you're being overwhelmed, those weapons can take out all demons in comparison to the weapons that were focused on a specific type. But now here, it's more like you can use whatever you want, and also it's your job to figure out what combination of weapons can destroy this room the fastest. So unlike and also getting back to the way Dark Ages is, the way that the game is made, it's created for you to focus more on melee combat, and I'm not sure a lot of old Doom players will appreciate that shift, and they kind of force you a lot of the times to be up close and personal. And the reason I say this is because on multiple occasions, and like especially during boss fights, when I try to back away from the enemy and like use my weapons, a shield will come up, so I can't shoot the boss. I have to get close and engage with him and use my shield to like counter and parry, or just block his attacks. Or sometimes I'll have an enemy that's like shredding my health from a distance because he's just got the machine gun on his hand going, and I can't get close. But when I do get close, then it shifts from we're back and forth. We're doing the parrying game once again, and I don't think. Well,
I've never been a fan of parrying type stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
I don't know if the main, like the core player base is going to like that shift, because Doom is always about been using weapons and using weapons to get bosses. And don't get me wrong, there are plenty of times that you're using your weapons. I mean, when you're in like these arenas and you're using and switching between your weapons and throwing the shield, watching the shield bury into other enemies. Like one of my favorite.
That's got to be satisfying.
It is,
because the shield in that game is amazing.
Yes, using that, watching it cut through enemies and then buries into a bigger enemy. With the small grunts, it'll just chop right through them. But if you have like a bigger enemy, it'll like bury itself into them and then start sawing. But
so does it take limbs off?
Yes.
Like, is it gory like that?
It's gory, yes.
I'm in.
Even if you're using like one of my favorite guns is like a double barrel shotgun, and
which is always amazing.
That bitch, when she hits, it hits. I'm talking about taking like your stomach out. I'm talking like you can see the tendons hanging off their legs when you're like chopping at them. Like, it's really gory. Like I said, when the game is firing on all cylinders, when you get into an arena or like a room and those demons are all just coming at you, doing their thing, and you're just running around sprinting, trying to get into that flow state and just having fun. But I don't like the fact that they chose to make Doom into an open world setting and didn't focus more on like a linear narrative. I prefer it linear, because you have a lot more of those instances where you're having a great time, you're constantly killing something. But I found that when I was going through and clearing these maps, there was like these lull periods where I'm like backtracking through the map, trying to see like where I can get to like secret areas to get keys or to get like.
So is it kind of like how like Remnant would? Like, you have the combat, then you got to kind of go throughout the map and...
Kind of, but
I guess
one thing about Remnant I will say is that part of Remnant is exploring the map and, finding the secret passageways. You're not trying... The reason I'm trying to find the secret passageways on Doom is literally so I can get the currency, or like the... like the currency to upgrade my weapons. That's it. That's all I'm here for. So, I feel like in their plan... or in their thought process of trying to make Doom bigger, I do not think the right direction to go with this game was to put like these grand open world maps. And so you constantly having to backtrack, and there are like these really slow periods where you're just wandering through the map and there's nothing to shoot at. And so now it doesn't feel like Doom at this point. It just feels like any other open world game where I'm just trying to find, what did I miss when I came through here? So I'm not a fan of that. And man, there was something
that does appeal to, though. That
right.
kind of play style.
From my perspective, I feel like a lot of people are actually kind of tired of the open world setting, because it kind of gets boring, going through trying to clear sections. Like, that just sounds like busy work, similar to how Assassin's Creed was.
Well, and obviously I haven't played it, so I'm going purely off what you've played. Yeah. And it being open world, does it get like stupid busy, like out of nowhere, and then it's like lulls in between the fights, or is it just lulls between the arenas?
It's lull between the arenas, because there are sections, like the map will tell you everything. Like the map, when you look at it, it's not grayed out. The more you explore, the more you see. They
like
let
a
you
fog of war thing.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Okay.
So Instead, it'll be like, oh, question marks over here. I can see the path to get there. I just don't know what's in that path. So, also, you know, by them being bigger and better, they give us 2 other vehicles to use, or weapons of war. So you can fly on the dragon now, and you can also control this massive Pacific Rim style mech. Now, don't get me wrong.
Swear we need a Pacific Rim game.
We do. But it is insane, and it is hella cool to hop into the mech for the first time, and you're just boxing it out with another demon as a mech, and like watching him like fall to the ground. Right. And like you can also see as you're going through the map, like you'll see bridges where soldiers are also fighting on. You can just run through those and they collapse. Like, it's kind of crazy watching.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the environment itself is alive. There's plenty to see on the edges. Like, there are other sentinels. There are other people in their mechs fighting other giant demons. There's plenty around you to see. Plenty of environments. It's gorgeous. The game looks great, honestly. But I just feel like the things that make Doom, you need to go back to that. I love the mechs, and I also love the dragon, like riding on the dragon. But I also, as cool as all of that is, those systems aren't fleshed out enough for me to enjoy them completely. So as far as I get into a mech, all you're doing is parrying and like guarding, and that's it.
So
what were you gonna say?
Let me ask you this then. So I mean, I'm vaguely, not in the newer ones. That's just me being transparent. But for somebody like Chef that's never played a Doom game, would he enjoy going in and just experiencing it for the first time, like completely new to it? Is it going to be a fun game?
Yes, because also I don't know.
Didn't like it at all.
Because while you were saying that question, I was like, I'd rather Chef go and play Doom Eternal, because I feel like not only that I want you to play Doom Eternal, because Mick Gordon, the original composer for the music, he wrote the soundtrack for that game, and it is absolutely phenomenal. So I feel like I wouldn't want you to play this and be like this. I wouldn't want this game to be like your first introduction to Doom. I feel like you should go play Doom Eternal, experience that for yourself, because that game still looks great, still plays great. You should go play that first, and then when you come here, you get on Game Pass and play Doom: The Dark Ages, because then you'll see the comparison that I'm talking about, and then you can make the decision for yourself. Well, which version of Doom do I like the most? Do I like the fast-paced combat that focuses more on using my guns, or do I like this that focuses more on using my melee, blocking, parrying, and a combination of using my weapons? So in retrospect, I guess you could say that they've made a Doom for anybody, because they're all different.
Well, that's also good, though.
That's good.
Appeal to a little bit of a bigger market, too.
Right, which I also have my complaints about that, trying to appeal to a bigger market, because I feel like a game loses its identity when you start doing that. But all in all, honestly, I'm having a great time. It's not boring. The only boring parts, like I said, are when I'm trying to backtrack through the map, trying to get more currency to upgrade the weapons. But other than that, I feel like this game is fantastic. I do hate that Mick Gordon isn't on. He's not the composer for this game, because he had a falling out with Bethesda or somebody there, so he doesn't do the music anymore.
Who hasn't had a falling out with Bethesda?
Well, yeah, like I said, I had a great time playing. It's fantastic. It feels great. Like I said, when you're in those arenas, Doom is firing off on all cylinders. And I even say that even being on the ground is better than being in the mech or flying the dragon. Yeah, it's cool. It's like a little break from like being on the ground, where they allow you to do that, but it's better to be on the ground in the shit, so to speak. But yeah. Any other questions, concerns, thoughts?
No, not at all, man. You kind of covered it all, and I appreciate you for putting in the hard work to do it.
You're welcome.
You know what, man?
Get me off of here.
You know what? If I'm going to appreciate it, I swear.
Go ahead, close us out.
See how I'm treating people? Nope, I'm not doing it. You lost that chance. Go ahead. You're going to dog me out. I'm out. I'm about to leave a comment.
Oh, my God. We appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Let me know in the comments what you think of this new Doom. Do you prefer Doom Eternal, or do you like this new Doom that focuses more on melee combat? Let's argue in the comments. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.